Happy Friday, everyone. Well, today is going to be a pleasant day in southern Wisconsin. But for the weekend, temperatures going down, rain coming back, and yes, I know it's almost May, but there is another chance of snow we have to talk about. So let's get to all the details in your Friday forecast presented by Madison Gas and Electric. This morning, mostly sunny skies. In the afternoon, we'll call it partly cloudy. Maybe a couple showers starting to pop up in the most western part of the area around 4 o'clock, but I still think the vast majority of us are going to be dry. Temperatures look to repeat from yesterday. It looks like we're going to be just about exactly the same. However, I will say it's probably going to be feeling warmer today because yesterday was a breezy day. Today is not going to be breezy. Winds no more than 10 miles per hour. So most of us, we're talking mid to upper 60s. And I really am not buying the upper 40s, Racine and Kenosha. I think the model underdoing the temperatures there. I think we'll at least make it into the 50s, even right next to the lake. But again, it is only right next to the lake the temperatures are going to get stuck in the 50s. Notice Lake Geneva even hitting 61. So let's keep tracking the rain because it really looks like what's happening here is there's a cold front over in Iowa that's going to temporarily stall out. So once the showers start to push into the western part of the area, they're just going to hang out in the western part of the area. So let's look at 7 o'clock, Friday evening plans. Got to mention a chance of rain for Viroqua, Boscobel, maybe Platteville, but I don't think the showers any farther east than our most western counties. And I think that's still going to be the case even at 10 o'clock. Notice the showers only are Viroqua, Boscobel, and Platteville. Probably even dry in Baraboo and Dodgeville. And it definitely looks dry Madison onto the east. Now, I will say, if you're going to be out really late tonight, that cold front stalled out in Iowa is going to start moving again. And so finally, late tonight, the showers will start to spread a little bit farther east. So maybe around midnight, 1 a.m., some stray showers starting to make it Baraboo, Dodgeville, maybe Madison, but definitely Racine, Kenosha, Milwaukee, still completely dry. So now let's look at early morning hours tomorrow. And now the cold front over us, so now a good chance of rain. And it does look like for the Madison area, the central part of the area, best chance of rain is going to be early morning along the cold front. Going to take a little bit longer in the most eastern part of the area. It looks like the peak is going to be late morning, early afternoon. And then it does look like a little dry slot is going to open up behind the cold front. And there'll be a lull in the activity temporarily. So I've got to say, once the cold front completely clears us, it's looking like 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Chance of rain awfully low. Most of us are going to be dry, but look at temperatures tomorrow. So maybe not that big of a difference right next to the lake, but for most of us, you're going to notice the difference tomorrow in multiple ways. So most of us tomorrow only look at highs mid to upper 50s, and the wind coming back in the afternoon behind the cold front. Actually, doesn't look like that much wind along the cold front, but behind the cold front, gonna get breezy. Gusts 20, 25 miles per hour. So the breezy conditions, colder temperatures, yeah, you'll definitely notice the difference. And unfortunately, it's going to be getting even colder. All right, so now let's look at Saturday evening. Notice that little lull in the activity, the break, the gap between the cold front and another area of low pressure coming in, going away. So yes, showers are coming back. Now I will say, it does look like, particularly during the evening hours, best chance of showers is going to be in the western half of the area. And honestly, it looks like, not only for Saturday evening, but through the overnight hours and through Sunday, there is a higher chance of rain western half of the area than the eastern half of the area. There's certainly a chance. Notice the showers are approaching Milwaukee, Racine, and Kenosha, but not as much rain eastern half of the area as the western half of the area once we get to Saturday night and into Sunday. So speaking of which, let's get to Sunday. By the way, staying breezy for Saturday night. So the winds are going to pick up behind the cold front, and then it's going to stay breezy through Saturday night and into Sunday morning. And here we go. Yeah, there's the blue showing up. So I think the best chance of snow is going to be during the morning hours on Sunday. And just like there's a better chance of precipitation in general western part of the area and the eastern part of the area, the best chance of snow is in the western part of the area and during the morning hours. Notice it's generally going to be colder to the west and warmer to the east, so that's also going to help. And so if I had to say what's going to happen Sunday morning as far as how much snow, we're not talking about a lot. I would say most likely for the western third of the area, around 1/10 of an inch is most likely. Around the Madison area, I do think we're going to see some flurries, but just a dusting. And I will say most likely if you're in Milwaukee, Racine, Kenosha, you're probably going to miss out on the snow. It's probably going to stay all rain. And notice the snow chance, though, going away with temperatures getting to the 40s in most spots, central and eastern part area. Got to linger that snow chance in the western part area. That's where I think some might end up with 1/10 of an inch of snow before it's all said and done. But, probably the biggest story on Sunday is just how unseasonably cold it's going to be. So we should be seeing high temperatures this time of year in the low 60s. Instead, most of us only seeing highs on Sunday in the low 40s. A little bit better near the lake. Looks like we'll make mid 40s there, but could some get stuck in the upper 30s, particularly around the Viroqua area? Yeah, that's a possibility. And now for Sunday afternoon, it's going to be windy. Gusts 30, 35 miles per hour. So that means there's going to be a wind chill factor, and it's only going to be feeling in most spots like the low 30s. Even in the warmest place, we're talking about wind chills mid 30s. Racine and Kenosha feeling about 10 degrees cooler than what the temperatures are indicating. And so it looks like isolated showers early afternoon, and then a little bit better chance late afternoon and into the early evening hours, it looks like. So it is certainly not going to rain all day on Sunday, but there is a chance of rain and snow throughout the day on Sunday. They're just going to be gaps. So rain for a little bit or snow for a little bit in the morning, and then stop, and then a little shower will pass over you, and then it'll stop. I got to say, staying windy too into the evening hours on Sunday, and the chance of rain is going to continue these off and on showers through Sunday night and into Monday.